Oh my god!
It is all about...
Hi guys, we've got Dan with us right now. We've just watched the reveal of the 13th Doctor.
Yeah.
It's a bit too low down, shall I lift it up a bit?
I think it's fine.
So, I almost missed it. They didn't really announce it very much. What were your initial thoughts?
Good, really good.
I'm
Excellent.
excited.
I'm surprised. I thought it was going to be the Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
I thought it was. Okay.
Pleasantly surprised.
So basically,
Nothing
going...
against Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Nothing against her, no. This is a pretty good reaction, overall.
I just saw a comment on Facebook that was like, society gone bonkers.
PC culture gone mad.
A woman in a TV show. I've had enough of this planet.
I actually haven't seen anything bad yet. Oh, okay, it looks like I'm not watching Doctor Who anymore. I can like screenshot some of these so that I can shame them in the future. At the risk of putting my neck on the line, really not impressed.
Is that because of the casting or because it's a woman or because of actual gender?
That kind of
it might be
is vital to know the context of that tweet, really. Yeah. She's very pretty. She is very pretty. I know that's not like relevant. She is very pretty. Have they seriously pulled a woman to be the Doctor? I'm all for equality, but the Doctor has always been a man.
Yeah. Well done, Rosie.
Goodbye, Doctor Who, been nice knowing you, says Lucas. I don't think Lucas will be missed from the fandom very much. Like, on the whole, this is a good reaction though, right?
I think so.
History has been made, yes. People crying happy tears. Oh, she's from Yorkshire. Oh, fantastic. That satisfies me as an Emmerdale fan. Doctors from Yorkshire.
Doctors from Yorkshire.
When they announced it, we're here with Grandma and Grandad, and they watch Broadchurch, so they know who she is. We were quite excited. Like, we filmed a reaction that I'll put on the video, but Grandma.
A reaction that started about 20 seconds into the video, as
I was in the loo.
Someone was not present.
I was in the loo. Well, we were watching the end of Wimbledon. They didn't tell us when it was going to come on, and I was on the toilet, and then Dan's like, Claudia. I ran from that bathroom. Rotting Hell, Doctor 13. Delighted with that. Good. Like, they're saying they're waiting for like the fragile masculinity of some fellow geeks to come forward. Like, how do you feel as a man about the Doctor being a woman?
I have absolutely no issue with it at all. In the slightest. I prefer her casting to many of the Doctors.
You're going to throw some shade?
No, I'm not going to throw any shade.
You're not going to name names?
I'm not going to name and shame. I'm not that kind of man.
Why are these from like 40 minutes ago? Oh, because I'm on top rather than latest. That would be why I'm not getting stuff. Okay.
Still not ginger.
That's an
I like the
appropriate
people
response.
that have to, yeah. I do think, yeah. People that have to make that joke every time though. I think it's not
but it's nice.
actually funny. But it, yeah.
It's
nice.
It's a nice reaction.
Yeah. Still not ginger, guys. Retweet. Guys. Get it? Don't use Tony Stark on your...
Right.
It seems awfully PC to me.
I will screenshot this so they can
use
see
Tony
it.
Stark.
So Dan Wilson says... Read the tweet out.
Dan Wilson bringing shame to the name Dan and shame to the use of Tony Stark. He says, I'll be giving Doctor 13 a miss. I know it's canon means the Doctor can regenerate into a woman, but it seems awfully PC to me. Awfully PC.
It's funny
I don't like political correctness.
AKA representing people in the actual world.
Equality. Not my Doctor.
I don't know, just not feeling it. That's fair enough. It could just be that they don't like the actress. That's fair enough.
Mind you, people were funny when Matt Smith was cast. I know we went through when Matt Smith was cast.
No.
But he still proved people wrong, didn't he?
Yeah.
Everyone was like, he's too young to be the Doctor.
I think
the moral of the story is people always have very silly opinions when something new happens.
Yeah.
Because people are very silly.
Yeah. We were a bit disappointed when they announced Capaldi.
Yeah.
But that was because of the build-up.
Yeah.
Like, they built up, remember when they built up? They built up the 12th Doctor and they were like, do the Stephen Moffat voice.
Peter Capaldi is new to the show. It's the right time.
It's his time.
It's his time. The show is in the right place now for this person to be the Doctor.
They really built it up like it was going to be something...
River song. Where is Alex Kingston? Oh.
But they really built him up like it was going to be exciting.
Not on my show.
So you could be single-handedly like, ruining your chances on future Moffat shows now as
He's
an
probably
actor.
saying it. He's like, oh, I want a half-Indian young male to play Dracula. And he's, I want a half-Indian young male to play Dracula, but not this one.
Oh look, there's another one of your favourite jokes. Still not ginger.
Still not a ginger though. Nobody has retweeted or liked it.
That's because everyone's doing it.
Has anyone's been retweeted or liked though? Well now, the BBC has killed off Doctor Who for another 10 years. Can't wait for the reboot in 2028, says Gary Fountain.
Gazman.
Gazman46.
Boothby.
Whoa!
Come on, read it.
Boothby, at UK Boothby, would have been better for the Doctor to die rather than regenerate into a woman. A lifetime of viewing has ended.
He's like out there wishing for death.
Yeah. Boothby's reached the end.
The people who are saying this kind of stuff though, I know you can't judge, but by their usernames they do kind of seem like middle-aged men.
Yeah. A little.
I don't mind change, old, young, I love it really, but I can't yet picture the Doctor as a woman, it's a different character. But like, what's different in the character?
It's a different character.
What?
Oh yeah. Oh, Peter Capaldi is now the Doctor. He's a different character to Matt Smith though, isn't he? Jodie Whittaker probably looks more like Matt Smith than Peter Capaldi looks like Matt Smith.
But I don't get why people think that the Doctor who like regenerates into various forms anyway would not be played by a woman at some point.
I think if the Doctor had regenerated into like a tree, people would be happier.
Yeah.
These people would be happier.
Yeah, definitely. A male tree.
Because at least
though.
they'd have to make sure the tree was a male tree.
Yeah.
I don't know how they'd do that.
You're not sure?
There are probably ways.
Oh, this is an interesting response. The tipsy heckler Googles Jodie Whittaker. First thought, thank fuck she is English. What are your thoughts on that?
He's English.
Well, Peter Capaldi's not English.
No.
Do they mean... I don't know, how do they feel about Capaldi? Do they mean white or what? Like, you'd need to see what they do with Peter Capaldi, man.
To be fair, I think that's more of a people don't want like an American actress, right?
Yeah.
What did that one say? Oh, it's Tennant and...
Oh!
I've not seen Broadchurch.
No, neither have I. Oh my god.
Oh, Logical. At...
Logical in Staffs?
Logical and Staffs. Typical. BBC. The next Doctor Who will probably be a lefty. Transsexual.
No, I can't take it.
Disabled.
No.
Muslim. Lesbian. Oh. Logical's profile picture is Morrissey.
Would Morrissey approve?
No, probably.
What about... He's also put hashtag box ticked. Because of women playing roles, it's just ticking boxes.
Yeah. I wonder how much of a role she'll have in the Christmas special.
Well, I hope she doesn't have much of a role in it because I don't want Stephen Moffat to write her
That's true.
first line. Like, the first thing she'll do is... I don't know how she speaks, but I'm imagining some Yorkshire person be like oh no, I'm woman.
Oh no!
What are these?
This is what...
Oh no! Not a lady!
I wish I looked like Alex Kingston's River Song. That's the dream, woman. Chris Chibnall's like, Stephen, have you edited my script? I know.
Me?
Edit your script? Stephen, you put in these lecturous comments about Alex Kingston's River Song. Oh, how dare you!
I want it to be Chris Marshall. Said 19 seconds ago.
needs to tell Kat. It's
Kat Listrand.
Well, maybe we should just let Kat live the next few hours in hope that it could be Chris Marshall. I'd rather do that than kill her, hope for Chris Marshall.
Yeah, I'm not going to put her tweet on
Perhaps I could politely suggest she rewatches her Death in Paradise DVDs. Just for the time being.
What do you think of this? Ryan Monty. The most important thing to remember is that there's never been a bad choice. Has there ever been a bad choice? Okay, are there any choices that... I think Peter Capaldi came too soon. Immediately after Tennant and Smith.
Yeah.
Capaldi seemed wrong. To me.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say it's a bad choice.
No, he's a great choice. He's a good doctor.
I like him.
Oh, while you're here, I haven't made my review yet of the two Master, the Doctor Falls. What were your thoughts as a huge Sim Master fan about that?
Infinite and long-lasting disappointment.
Why are you disappointed?
I feel if you're going to bring back Sim's Master, it's more than just a two-parter where the first part you put him in loads of makeup and you make him talk like that. Oh, beard. Apart from his bottom comment, which was funny. But yeah, Sim's Master is, in my opinion, the greatest villain New Who has actually introduced to us.
I agree.
Maybe
I agree.
On par with the Weeping Angels for me.
Yeah.
And he should have been like the villain of an entire series arc.
Well, something as well that you pointed out to me, which I hadn't thought of before, is that the second episode after he's been in the prosthetics, they're supposed to have been on that level for like a week.
What? I'm supposed to be in where?
You know how they've been living, like Bill's been living in a barn or something?
Oh, yeah!
So the two Masters have just been, what have they been doing? Just living alongside the Doctor?
Yeah, Missy wouldn't, and Sim certainly wouldn't. They wouldn't just like sit there and happily live in this weird barn place just waiting for the Doctor to think of, or just waiting for the Cybermen to get them. Like, the Masters would have just escaped somehow.
They would have gone.
They would be long gone.
I feel like the Doctor should have done something to ensure they couldn't escape.
Yeah. Also, I know we have to have the Doctor saving the day.
Yeah.
But that cliffhanger where I know it was done pretty terribly, where he took off the mask, and then it was him and Missy standing next to Bill as the Cyberman. I know it was done pretty terribly, but it was still like the stakes were still high.
Yeah.
Within like 5 minutes of the next episode, the Doctor had, and bear in mind the Sim Master had been down there for 10 years, okay? Been down there for 10 years planning this. Like, the Doctor foils it, like, in 5 minutes by, I don't know what he does. I don't think anyone really knows what he does. But suddenly the Cybermen, like, they're just like after all Time Lords or something. Because I changed their target to not be human anymore. They're after all Time Lords. And then, yeah, and it's just done, and then they're on the run. And then Nardole's just there in a little helicopter.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. And then Nardole doesn't seem to care when the Master and Missy get in his helicopter. Or his little, whatever it is, a little spaceship thing. And the Doctor is seemingly dead on the floor down there or something?
I think so.
Because he's been like, he was shot by a Cyberman or something, right? And Nardole's just in there like, oh. And then like, we're supposed to care when it's like, oh, Bill's back. Bill's been gone for what, 5 minutes?
Yeah. Also, the unnecessary sexual undertones of the relationship Nardole had with the orphanage woman.
Now, see, that was probably my highlight of the entirety of New Who.
Really?
Yeah. I've never seen a relationship so intense, passionate.
The chemistry.
Everyone was asking for it. Since Eccleston, we've been saying this show's good, but I could do with Matt Lucas in it, and I want him to be in a but like a heartthrob.
Yeah.
That's what I want. For me personally, I haven't been satisfied with Doctor Who since 2005 because of that reason.
Yeah.
But now I've got that.
Let's build it all back for you.
Yeah.
Something I've just realised as well is that it's so Stephen Moffat. Nardo's relationship with that woman was so sort of like...
Yeah.
How Sherlock's relationship with women is, how 11 is with women.
Yeah, she was so in love with Nardo, and Nardo was like...
I'm just doing my job.
I can do that. Do you need that windmill? I wonder if David Walliams watched the episode, and I wonder how David Walliams compares his time on Doctor Who to Matt Lucas's time on Doctor Who. Because he played Gibbis.
Oh my god, he played that.
Imagine that. That's a...
They both have...
Forget Jenny Vastra and Strax, forget the Sarah Jane Adventures, forget Torchwood. I want to see a spin-off with Gibbis and Nardo.
I found Gibbis to be a little bit pervy.
Gibbis was a little bit weird, yeah, wasn't he? No, it wasn't Gibbis that was pervy. You're thinking of the other one.
Are they the same race?
Yeah, they're the same race.
Am I being racist?
You're being very racist.
Really racist.
But yeah, and he was played by the guy from Game of Thrones.
He was the one, David Walliams played the one who was afraid in the hotel.
That was quite good. That was quite a right episode.
Yeah.
Until it was revealed that, you know when he looked in the hotel door?
Yeah.
And it was like 11, and it was like, oh, what's the Doctor's greatest fear? And then like Moffat like retconned it, so it was the crack.
Do you know what I'm hoping I'm going to try and find? I'm going to try and find if the Daily Mail have reported this, because their comment section is always the best.
The Daily Mail?
The Daily Mail.
The Daily Mail?
Yeah, look, okay, so this comment section will be the best.
On Facebook it was pretty dire as well. So.
It's always dire on Facebook.
Yeah.
And we still got, the camera's still going.
Daily Mail.
Moving for a while. The nation is going to fall in love with Jodie Whittaker and have lots of fun too.
Says Charlotte Ball, Director of BBC Content.
She's destined to be an utterly iconic Doctor. The powerful female life force she brings to the role. Do you sense a powerful female life force radiating off me?
Sometimes.
Okay, so the comment section. These are okay.
Oh my god.
Right, the first two are actually positive. Oh, okay, and then we have, she lets us all down. A woman wrote this.
It's Pixie.
I'm a woman and I hate this choice.
Why does it have to be a woman?
PC gone mad.
What?
This will be the ruin of Doctor Who, R.I.P.
Do people know what PC stands for?
Right, explain to them, like, political correctness. Like...
Political correctness.
It just means, like...
Let that sink in. Political correctness gone mad. People are angry because it's... They identify themselves that it's politically correct. But that doesn't sit right with them.
It's like the anti-social justice people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine being like, I'm anti-social justice. Yeah. Disappointed, the last Doctor was bad enough. That's it now.
That's it now. Sneaky Boo.
Sneaky Boo!
Sneaky Boo, please, stay and watch the show.
I'm surprised. She isn't ethnic or gay as far as I can tell. She isn't gay as far as they can tell. How do they think they would be able to tell?
Looking at her, they can tell. In that little shot where she was in a hood walking through a forest.
She's straight.
As far as I can tell, she's not gay.
Got a feeling this won't work out well. Bet the women are feeling empowered. No, is that positive
I think LA Furnace is actually Stephen Moffat.
I bet the women
are feeling empowered. Oh, good for them. Good for you. Come on, Mark, let's go night Dracula.
I don't know why they keep giving Stephen Moffat these really big TV shows like Doctor Who and Sherlock and now Dracula. And what would it be next? Like a new Robin Hood reboot? The Arthurian Legend?
Hope not. No, it'll be something like
Poirot, but Poirot will turn into like
played by Benedict Cumberbatch.
Posh British, sexist, nasty.
Yeah.
Would he even would he still have the moustache?
I think so, but he only twiddles it when he. When he's thinking.
Yeah, when he's thinking. Frank Bruno for Miss Marple.
That's funny.
So funny. Oh, okay, so Stephen Moffat's, like, feminist writing, in brackets, feminist writing, we've noticed he does this thing where he thinks it's feminist writing to put down men in a really weird way in his writing.
Yeah.
Like the attitude of, men are monkeys.
Men are monkeys, aren't they, ladies, am I right? Whoa. The ladies like my feminist writing because they all fancy me. Yeah.
Do you remember that time there was that article that came out about Stephen Moffat, and he said he'd like gone through the women that work in the BBC like a mechanical digger?
Yeah. What a lad.
He's the real lad.
He's the absolute boy. I'm the absolute boy. Alex Kingston won't stop calling me.
What do you think?
I actually don't dislike Stephen Moffat as a person. When I see him in interviews, I find he's quite charming.
I actually don't dislike him as a person either. Like, I think we'd be able to have a nice chat.
Yeah. But...
What do you think that the last words for Peter Capaldi's Doctor will be?
Not boobies. Technically, I think we already know. I think that's like no.
Probably.
No. Stephen Moffat probably took hours thinking about that. I was thinking, what can my iconic final line for my final Doctor be on Doctor Who? No. No.
Do you think that's actually just like a metaphor for Stephen Moffat being pushed out of Doctor Who after all these years?
Well, he's the one being erased from Doctor Who now.
Finally.
Yeah. Something's
happened. He's been enabled for all these years, I think. Because let's be honest, after season 5... Okay, season 6 wasn't that great, but it was okay. But after that, it started to get so bad.
Yeah, it was towards the end of... Well, to be honest, season 6 had like 3 good episodes in it.
Yeah. But you could put that down to maybe it was an accident or something. Maybe.
Whoops. That shouldn't be in there.
Do you think it will go from, you'll really be able to see the difference between Stephen Moffat's last episode and it'll suddenly go into Chris Chibnall's? Like, Peter Capaldi will end on sort of something like, no!
Yeah, or he'll be holding them down just to make sure.
Just pushing them down.
Yeah, just to, yeah.
And then suddenly, like...
furious, like... That's really why he's shouting, though.
And then the next thing Chris Chibnall does, and suddenly it's completely changed. Everything's changed. The hands are different. It's respectful.
Yeah.
Such a change in tone.
In fact, I think the opening of Chris Chibnall's Doctor Who will be it'll be Jodie Whittaker's eyes opening. Well, no. I tell you, it'll be the end of it'll be. We'll say Tennant, or it'll be the end of time. They'll play the final 3 minutes of the end of time.
Yeah.
It'll be David Tennant regenerating. And instead of Series 5 or the 11th hour happening, all that, it will just pretend it never happened, and Jodie Whittaker will be wearing Tennant's pinstripe suit in the Rusty Davies console room, and we'll just go from there.
Maybe she could say something like, what a terrible dream.
What a terrible dream, yeah. Perfect.
Some parts of it were okay.
No, I tell you what. We can... Well, yeah, exactly. Some parts were okay. We can go from Amy's Choice. It was all a dream. There was actually 3 dreams in it, yeah. It was a dream and a dream and a dream.
The Moffat era beyond Amy's Choice...
Was, in fact...
It was the Dream Lord's doing. But Chibnall could... I hope Chibnall's watching this. You could erase it all.
Chibnall.
You could save us all.
We call you Chibnall, not Chris.
You could save us.
Chibnall.
You could save us.
Chibnall.
From the 50th anniversary.
Yeah. I'm not going to get stars from the 50th anniversary.
Well, the biggest issue we had with that, we can both agree, was David Tennant's hair.
Yeah.
It was David Tennant's hair.
I don't know what happened.
Why was it flat?
But it's not like there was like 2 people working in the makeup and costume room, though, right? Like, neither of those 2 people thought, does he look the same as he did when he was playing the Doctor?
Like, they could have found any random promotional photo as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, David Tennant himself could have just...
Yeah, David Tennant, you're not completely innocent in this.
And he loves David Tennant.
Without
David Tennant, he would be the person
you're
you
my
see
inspiration,
right now. Actually is his inspiration in life.
You should have spiked your hair up.
I was going to talk more about the 50th and how, like, the snubbing of... When Colin Baker went off in interviews...
Colin Baker went off.
He went off. Imagine being snubbed, though, on the 50th anniversary.
Imagine being Paul McGann.
Yeah.
That was... The best things about the 5th anniversary were An Adventure in Space and Time and the was it The Night of the Doctor? Was it called?
The Night of the Doctor, and also
that was the Paul McGann.
Yeah, that was Paul McGann one. Also the trailer they showed us that had like Sarah Jane in it.
Yeah,
it was really cool,
that
the
was
Doctors. But the actual episode, like they wanted a 3-Doctor story, so instead of going for any other Doctor,
mind you, I saw an interview recently. He apparently he had a draft with Eccleston in it.
Yeah.
And apparently that was the main one for ages. And then Eccleston couldn't do it. Or apparently it was up in the air or something.
Yeah.
And then, no word of a lie, he had one that was literally centred around Clara. No word of a lie, he had a 5th anniversary script
around
that he
his own
wrote,
character.
and he felt that was the right choice to make. It was around Clara Oswald, who I frankly don't think we saw enough of Clara Oswald.
In the Doctor Who mythos.
She was so fleeting. But yeah, and then he I think he just wrote what we got. He was like, well, I better add in another Doctor then, because obviously he couldn't go for Paul McGann,
who hasn't aged.
Who hasn't aged and looks great as the Doctor and acts excellently as the Doctor and is an excellent Doctor, and was excellent in The Night of the Doctor. That they brought him back
for that time
and got him a new costume for.
And then John Hurt.
No. And I like John Hurt.
I like John Hurt. He was Kilgara in Merlin. But why John Hurt?
The highlight of his career.
That was the highlight of his career.
No, yeah. But, yeah.
The arrogance of Clara Oswald being put into the Doctor's timeline to such an extent is kind of creepy.
I'm glad it's been forgotten though. Like, no one ever talks about it anymore.
Chibnall will do something about that.
If Moffat had gone full Moffat, we could have had the entirety of the Capaldi run with Clara popping up, like, oh, it's me, I went into the time machine, like, I'm here to help you. Like that would probably be a nightmare. Worst case scenario between Ray.
In The Last Jedi and now Doctor 13,
yeah.
Sci-fi is showing the way to the future.
Talking of Ray, did you hear about the Monopoly thing?
No.
You know how the first Force Awakens Monopoly they released didn't have Ray in it?
Oh right, I've heard about that.
And there was a big fuss.
Yeah.
And they finally put Ray in it.
Yeah.
They've done it again for the last... I guess for the last Jedi? I don't know. Or there might be another revamped Force Awakens one, but basically Ray is no longer in it due to... I think it was sufficient interest. I blame kids. Why aren't kids buying the Ray action figure?
I think their parents aren't buying it for them.
No, could be, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't like anyone.
Is John Boyega though? Is him as Finn? Is he in the set?
Oh, Finn. I believe Finn's in the set.
So the people who made that set don't have an issue with people of colour.
They would be going crazy about this news.
Who would?
The people that make that Monopoly game.
But do you think they'll make a Doctor Who Monopoly board
without the Doctor?
Without the Doctor in it.
Or the companion, if the companion's female. It'll just be like
Nardole. Nardole.
The Nardole and Gibbis Monopoly set.
Yeah.
I think his name was Gibbis. If it's not
What
Gibbis.
if it's not?
Imagine people thinking, who the hell is Gibbis?
Gee, I must have forgotten.
We all remember Gibbis, don't we? I saw him.
To be fair, there's a lot of people talking about how insecure people are going to react to this, but most people seem to be reacting quite well. But then this is Twitter. Facebook will be different.
Yeah.
I don't know why it is, but Facebook always tends to be different. Oh, to be honest, I lost interest when David Tennant finished. But I hope Jodie Whittaker does a cracking job.
I don't like that either. Loads of my friends said that as well.
They lost interest when David Tennant left?
Yeah.
Well, I think Series 5 was pretty good.
I think that, the 11th hour was excellent, so I don't know why they saw that and thought, no, I preferred it when David Tennant was in it.
David Tennant was the better Doctor, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%. But, yeah. And that was down to the combination of Tennant and Rusty Davies.
Definitely. And Murray Gold.
And Murray Gold. And the sound editor, whoever that was.
Yeah.
In
I don't know who
hindsight, the sound editor was highly
You don't
underappreciated.
appreciate until they're gone.
Whoever did the sound editing on Utopia, or the final 10 minutes of Utopia, should be very pleased with themselves.
Well, we actually rescored the last couple of minutes of The Doctor Falls because we were that unhappy with the choices.
Yeah.
And the direction of that last scene.
Literally, all I did was put, like, the Master's theme over it, and it worked.
It was so good. I was getting,
20
like,
times
shivers
better.
in my body when Dan was showing me this. And it was just the Master's theme over it. But also, like, when you think about it, John Sims' Master seeing the Doctor for the first time, the 12th Doctor, they literally had him wander in from the back of a scene. He walked in from the back of the room.
No, it was like it was like he was waiting. It was so badly, like, I don't know if it was directed badly or if I guess it was directed badly. But he was just sort of waiting there, like there was no like grand entrance. He was literally already standing.
The camera died, so that's telling us the universe telling us to go. We've been talking for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So
37 minutes.
37 minutes. We could have talked for longer. Yeah, closing thoughts after today's events.
Happiness.
Yeah.
Satisfaction. Good choice.
After a long time of heartbreak, waiting for a really, really long time. And I'm so glad it's not happening under Moffat as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really dodged a bullet there. Because not only would it have been sexist, he also would have been like, how can I be sexist? I had the first female Doctor.
He'll still say, I made the concept possible to have a female Doctor. Because one time he was like, I could be anything, I don't know.
He did do Missy.
He did do
Which
Missy.
was a good move. I like Missy.
Missy was great.
Not quite sure why she has to be called Missy though.
Well, yeah.
Although I feel like the Master would do that, to be fair.
I also feel like, in fairness, like the fans just picked up on Missy more than they just kept calling her Missy.
Yeah.
We knew her as Missy the whole series.
Yeah.
Before we knew she was the Master.
Well, thanks for joining us for this long video.
What's that?
Coke. There were no glasses left.
Very classy.
Classy. Right.
Classy.
Thanks for joining us. Happy 13th Doctor Day, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.